Welcome inside the Eagan Civic Arena, special Wednesday night edition of Eagan Wildcat Hockey on ETV. Pleased to be joined by Nathan Cronigan. My name is Mike Cook, and tonight we've got the East Ridge Raptors, a non-conference tilt against your Eagan Wildcats, a game that was supposed to be game one of this season. About 6 weeks ago, Mother Nature said, I don't think so. A little blizzard on that one. East Ridge couldn't get here. Tonight we had an icy morning. Tonight we're playing on the ice.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't adjust your television screen. In fact, it is dark here. We're waiting for the starting lineups here between the Raptors and the Wildcats. And Mike Cook, like you said, it's been a strange season for a number of reasons here for the Wildcats as they look to get back on track here against the East Ridge Raptors, a team that I think they should match up well against, and we should see a competitive contest tonight.
Yeah, East Ridge comes into this one. They're 5-5. They had a couple of games last week. They knocked off Woodbury, their big rival, 2-1 on Thursday the 5th, and then Saturday they took on Forest Lake, beat them 8-1, but a little bit deceptive because it was 5 goals late in that hockey game. Otherwise, it was a 3-1 game. We'll talk about the Wildcats after we meet both teams. Right now, let's go to the silky pipes of Nick Johnson.
Wildcats! Let's meet the starting lineups, beginning with our visitors. In goal, number 29, Jack Hodgins. On defense, number 24, Davis Polifka. On defense, number 18, Lucas Stouffer. At forward, number 9, Blake Conan. At forward, number 13, Brady Knudsen. And at forward, number 26, Brandon Muth. Head coach of the Raptors is Dustin Vogelsang, assisted by Matt Larson and Ben Tharp. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Eagan Wildcats! In goal, junior number 1, Gabe Glass. On defense, a junior number 16, Lance Murray. His defensive partner, a junior number 18, Peyton Jensen. At forward, a junior number 19, Danny Luckenman. At center, a junior number 14, Eddie Moore. And at wing, a senior, the captain, number 27, Gus Glide. Head coach of the Wildcats is Mr. Todd Carlson, assisted by Mario Munoz, Nolan Pearson, and Dustin Luce. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise, remove your hats, and join us in the playing of our Star-Spangled Banner.
As we get set for hockey inside the Eagan Civic Arena, Nathan, I got to admit, I don't know why the lights weren't on for introductions to meet the players, everything in the dark, but
Your
hey,
officials this evening.
bottom line, lights are on. We're ready to play hockey in the Civic Arena.
Yep. The lights do work. We're ready to play here in the Civic Arena, the Wildcats and the Raptors. It's a game we've been waiting for and looked forward to at the beginning of this season. Of course, with the weather problems we had previously, it got pushed to tonight. Early start here at 6:45 or thereabouts here at Eagan Civic Arena, but nonetheless, we're going to be off and running here very shortly. Wildcats in white with blue trim. The Raptors are going to be wearing black with gold trim. And forgive me, from anybody watching from Eastview, those jerseys are awful hard to pick up numbers at a distance when they're moving. So
first off, I agree. Number
yes.
2, it's East Ridge, not Eastview.
Why did I just say Eastview? Doggone
There's a look at the East Ridge Raptors. Again, there they are. Their head coach is Mr. Dustin Vogelsang. Of course, Todd Carlson, the main man on the bench. As you look at Coach Carlson and the Eagan Wildcats. Keep an eye tonight. The goalie for East Ridge, number 29, Jack Hodgins. Outstanding year by that young man. 2 games ago, 39 saves in that 2-1 win against the Woodbury Royals. And for the Wildcats, he wears sweater number 1. That would be Gabe Gley, the Eagan netminder. Number 1 to the right of us as we get going here on ETV. First game of 2011 here for ETV. Second home game of the year for the Wildcats. As East Ridge going to come out with an early flurry. Knocked off the play that time. That was Lance Murray. Brady Knutson unable to do anything with that puck that time for East Ridge. Knutson out there, number 13 in black. He's out there with 26, Brandon Muth. And number 9, Blake Conan. Conan, we're going to call that name a lot tonight because A, there's number 9, Blake. And number 11 is Grant. I mean, brothers have been couple of the top scorers for this Raptors squad. Wildcats going with Lockenmeyer, Eddie Moore, and Gus Gley. That trio has been the kind of what they call their shutdown line since the calendar turned to 2023. Cats looking to get something going together here as the new year moves along. There's Keaton Ory, number 2 in white. We're going to call that name a lot tonight as he's paired out there with 16, Lance Murray. Ory, one of the top offensive threats on this Wildcat squad, even though he's just a blue liner.
Yeah, Ory's ability to jump up into the play, Mike, has been well documented. Even though we haven't had too many games here on ETV, I think our regular viewers will notice as the referee gets in the way there of the rush for Goyle. Not super helpful. Sorry, Stripes, but you got to get out of the way.
Cats will just fire that one in. No shots on goal yet for either team. We're a minute and a half gone by in this one. Again, thanks for meeting with us on a special Wednesday night edition of Eagan Wildcat Hockey. East Ridge, by the way, playing the first of 3 in 4 days. Here come the Raptors. Here they come down the right side wing. Try to center in front, and it's 1-0 for the Raptors. Conan with the assist. Nice feed across, and I got to admit, I turned my head before the goal scored, and it looks like it's going to be number 19, Jack Tauscher, getting the goal for the Raptors. All of 1:56 into this one, as you look at that replay.
Well, defender just did not close down his man. There was a guy camped out at the top of the crease, and he's more than a stick's length width away, and he's just got to close him down. He stopped before he got to the top of the crease, and the defender kept going. That's just not that's not going to get it done.
For Tauscher, that's goal number 4, tied for second most on the team. Grant Conan, team leading 11th assist of the year. Leads on that category by 4 for the Raptors. East Ridge can't keep it in at the blue line. Cats looking to poke it out. Try to get something going there with Grayson Robbins, number 10 in white. Congratulations to Grayson Robbins, by the way. This will be his first full game on the varsity squad. Kind of been playing a little JV and varsity this year, kind of one of those tweeners, but he has definitely deserved the opportunity here tonight. East Ridge unable to keep that one in. I don't think it'll be icing. It should not be, and it's not. As the Raptors try to bring it out of their own zone. Eddie Moore hustling in there for the Eagan Wildcats, number 14. Eddie Moore, one of those kids that only has one gear, and that's go like heck.
Yeah, Eddie Moore's he definitely has a high gear. He's also a guy who likes to throw his body around despite his relative diminutive size. Eagan seems to have a culture of small guys who like to play big, and That's Eddie Moore is in that fine tradition.
Lockenmeyer couldn't quite get that. East Ridge is going to dump it in, and they're going to change 4 behind the play. Lone man is 27, Ricky Lanahan. And he's going to be able to get the puck for the Raptors right down in front of the Eagan student section. What there is of it thus far. Sure, that'll be filling in a little bit tonight. Tipped. That one just missed. Another opportunity. That was Grant Conan that time. Nearly 2-0 East Ridge. Morrow's going to dump it out. Looking for the call on the icing, and indeed we do have it. 13-13 to go. 1-0 Raptors on the lone shot of the hockey game.
Lone shot of the hockey game scores for the Raptors, the East Ridge Raptors. Thank you very much, Mike Cook, for correcting me earlier. When you're from the southern Twin Cities, East tends to be followed by View very quickly. But one thing that Wildcats, keep your eye on this, folks. Can the Wildcats close down the Raptors quickly when the Raptors have an opportunity? As Roth gets an opportunity here.
That's Roth. They try to send him out. Nice job. Ori keeps that one in at the blue line. Centers it across. Nobody there, however, intercepted by East Ridge. That might have been Wyden. I'm not sure on that. Bottom line, here come the Raptors, the black sweatered Raptors. Yeah, somebody wearing number 31 who is not on the roster. Ivan Schmitz is actually, they list him on the JV roster for East Ridge.
Congratulations to young Ivan for getting some varsity time. As you see, he fires in from just outside the blue line, and Gabe Glide wisely just gloves it and holds on.
Another shot, that goes high over the cage. Conan with the blast, number 11.
But to finish my point, Mike Cook, let's see how the Wildcats close down the Raptors. Can they be aggressive and close down the Raptors or not? If the Raptors have time and space, the Wildcats are going to really struggle tonight. But if they close them down quickly and jump to whoever has the puck quickly, they'll have a chance to compete.
Speaking of quickly, here come the Raptors. That's Conan far side. He's tied up against the puck back, top of the zone. Circle. That went just wide. I'm not sure Glide ever saw that one coming through, as it went just wide of the Wildcat cage. So we approach 5 minutes gone by in this one. 1-0 Raptors. Eagan Wildcats yet to have a shot on goal. And we've said that a lot this year, where Eagan has really struggled offensively to put pucks on the net. Too many games where they've been in the teens by the time all is said and done.
Yeah, you can't consistently be outshot 2-1 and be successful in Minnesota varsity hockey. And right now they're sitting at a 3-0 deficit.
That was Blake Conan that time with the shot. Glide with another save for the Eagan Wildcats. Glide comes in, .361 on the goals against average. Got an .871 save percentage for the Wildcats. It's been there every night thus far for this 3-7 squad. Cats looking up at everybody in the South Suburban Conference as they are 0-5 in conference play. Face off to the right of Glide. Eddie Moore for the Wildcats. Eagan able to control. Here comes Gus Glide. He's up there with Danny Lockenmeyer. Turned over at the blue line. 2-on-1 potential. Conan tries to leave it. Drop pass. And taken away nicely by the Wildcat D. East Ridge contains in the zone, however. And that one's going to go wide of the cage. Good pressure again by the Raptors. Stay down low. Tip. Glide got a piece of that one. Nice job. I believe that was Murray to come over and take out the man.
Yeah, good job by Murray as the Raptor offensive player had slipped past his first defender. Wildcats are going to have to continue not only to close them down, but they're going to have to be physical. They're going to have to finish their hits and make sure they're separating the man from the puck. Getting control of that puck against this tough Raptor team is going to be key.
In deep for the Wildcats, that's Ben Gerard. He's on that line right now with Cam Roth, 23. 21 is Gavin Doyle. Puck was tipped, no icing forthcoming as Keaton Oriole chase for the Wildcats. He was shadowed that time by Muth. And let's see if the Cats can get something going this time with Gerard. Gerard, who played East Ridge a lot, probably growing up because he came over from Stillwater this year. Family moved into the Eagan High School zone. Gerard will leave it. Back up top, long shot. Not sure if that got all the way through off the stick of Nichols. They're going to say it was a save. And that one's going to go wide. Stick of Lanahan.
Yeah, looked like Hodgkins did get a glove to it.
So first shot for Wildcats, about 6.5 into this one. Looking to get their second one right there. And that goes just off the blocker side. Gavin Goyle trying to go short side for the home team. And it remains 1-0 East Ridge.
Yeah, for the Wildcats, it's going to be shoot early, shoot often. As you see Goyle take this puck, it's not a great angle, but any shot that's looking for that top corner has a chance to go in. And, like you said, Mike Cook, at this point, beggars can't be choosers. 15 shots on goal or 18 is not going to get it done against the Raptors tonight. So let's get that number into the 20s, into the 30s.
And Goyle is the leading sniper on this squad. He's got 6 this year for the Wildcats. Keaton Ory's got 5, again, from his defensive spot. The Cats are averaging just 2.3 goals a game. And they're giving up, 3.9. So those numbers are not mathematically in your favor.
No, that's not a trend that you want to see. No question about that. Wildcats still, again, in the South Suburban Conference, Mike Cook, this is an incredibly tough conference. This is obviously, it's not a non-conference game. But in this conference, you're going to be matched up against some incredible talent out on the ice, and so sometimes those numbers aren't going to look good, and sometimes there's some lopsided scores that are going to create some challenges for you. The key is, I think, for the Wildcats to keep it close against the Raptors and see what they can do late in this third period.
Wachenmeyer and Glide could not connect on that pass crossing the East Ridge blue line. Back in the zone, but the Wildcats not in there for long. Eddie Moore is going to bring it out. Nice job of Glide to stay on side at the blue line. That was a big shot. The rebound is there. Hodgins giving one up, but quickly gets helped out by his defense. There's Grant Conan trying to bring it out for the Raptors, who will dump it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-player change for East Ridge. We approach 8 minutes gone by in this one. Icing going to be the call.
Kind of a harsh call. I actually thought that was kind of a harsh icing call against the Wildcats, and in fact, I'm surprised. I think they even got the last. Eddie Moore just had a shot on goal, and the scorer was generous early in that period, and now he's stingy because Eddie Moore clearly had a shot on goal in that last rush. Should be 4-3, but in any event, we are where we are.
Bottom line is it's still 1-0 where it matters. The East Ridge Raptors. Here's Cam Roth for the Wildcats. Cam Roth, he'll go into the corner, loses the puck. I've been impressed, East Ridge, the way they're hustling back, really staying aggressive in their own zone. Not letting Eagan get anything set up. Dumped in that time. Muth comes out with the door of the Wildcats. Roth turns and watches it. Picked up that time by Jensen. Peyton Jensen, that junior D. Number 18 in white. Out there with Christian Nichols, the sophomore. He wears sweater 6. There's Jensen, long shot. Looking for the deflection in front. Just a hair behind Cam Roth. Cats, there's something down low. Can they bring it out front? Try to do a little give and go that time. Unable to connect that time was Gerard going to the net. All the way down. Should it be an icing? And I believe it will be. And indeed it is. Mentioned South Suburban Conference play. Cats are going to be at Lakeville North Saturday afternoon. 1 o'clock game down at Ames Arena. Our next broadcast and the next home game, special Martin Luther King Jr. Day edition. 1 o'clock here at the Civic Arena against Lakeville South. That is a makeup game from last week's snowstorm where the Cougars couldn't get up here. So a special 1 o'clock game here at the Civic Arena, Martin Luther King Day. It'd be great if Eagan Hockey Association can get a bunch of the kids to come out here. There's no school that day wearing their jerseys and whatnot, but we'll see what happens. And East Ridge clears it out of their own zone. Wachenmeyer and the Cats are going to regroup. Near side, tried to get that one chipped in by Glide. Numbers were 1-on-3 against him, however. And puck will go back to the Wildcat zone. Isaac Martin with the turnover. Gets back, tries to get his man defensively, but a nice job that time. Evan Hillmeyer in black. Took it from 12 in white, created an opportunity. Just going to say penalty free thus far as we approach 10 minutes into this one. And Glide, again, wisely getting the big mitt down on that one.
Isaac Martin breathing a sigh of relief there. Yes. He fired that right at a East Ridge attacker inside the blue line. As you see there behind the net, we've got some alumni hanging out down there behind the Eagan goal, but Wildcats have got to be smart with this puck. I mean, those are the kinds of mistakes, to be honest with you, you just can't have as the Wildcats set up for an opportunity here to try to spring Roth as they did earlier in the period.
That one hit traffic, went into the corner where East Ridge will control.
Great cycle there by the Raptors.
Absolutely. Blake Conan, he'll leave it. Brother Grant, center to the cross, nobody there in black. Lance Murray was there for the Wildcats, but he wears white. Here comes Roth. And Roth, he's up in, and now we're going to have a penalty. And this one's going to go against the Raptors. Let's see what is going to be yes, it will be a trip. Just wanted to make sure the Mr. Official agreed.
The only question I've got here is, is that a knee to knee? Was it knee to knee or leg to leg? And it doesn't look like the referees are going to have a conversation about this. As Roth comes into your left side of your screen here. Oh yeah, that was leg to leg. It could have been knee to knee, but they're not going to. It looks like they're going to just call a 2-minute minor here against the Raptors.
Blake Conan, the guilty party. His 12th and 13th penalty minute of the year. Minutes, I guess you would say plural. East Ridge 79.2 on the PK this season. Wildcat power play is struggling. They're just 5 for 37 this year. 13.5% for the Wildcats with a man advantage.
Well, it'd be nice just for the Wildcats just to get some zone time here, get some control, some zone time, and control the puck like they're doing now. Let's just keep that up for a few seconds and see what happens.
Warrior from way out through traffic. Any more nice screen. Lockenmeyer couldn't quite get the shot up. Now he does. That hits traffic. Lockenmeyer, he'll just dump that into the corner. Nice play by the junior wearing number 19 in white. 1:12 to go in the man advantage for the Wildcats. Kept in Ori at the point. East Ridge, I think, thought they were going to get that one out with ease. Quick shot. Rebounders there again, though. Can East Ridge get it out? Yeah, yes, it did. Yep. Yeah, I think that's the right call. I think you did just trickle out.
I think you're absolutely right, Mike Cook. This is a nice sequence here by the Wildcats, though. This is a credible-looking power play. As you can see, that puck just gets across the edge of the line. But again, the linesman's got a better view than we do. But in any event, give me 35 more seconds of that, Mike Cook.
Absolutely. Well, they've got 55 with a man advantage to the Eagan Wildcats. Into the zone. Lance Murray coming up from his defensive spot. East Ridge Raptor falls down. Over a quick shot. And a goal. Nichols missed a good rebound opportunity there for A.J. Clark, 22 in white. But Hodgins is there. Actually, Clark might have went just a hair wide, but he squared him up nicely. Down low, Cam Roth. Trying to get A.J. Clark in front. He'll leave it down low. 17 Girard. 22 in the man advantage. That one's got to hurt.
What a great block that time by the East Ridge Raptors.
And wisely hanging on to that one this time is the netminder for East Ridge, Mr. Hodgins.
Well, I asked and I received, Mike Cook. That was some extended power play time
Absolutely.
here. So you see Nichols from the point. He's looking for A.J. Clark in the middle, or excuse me, also Cam Roth circling, looking. Cam Roth, we know he wants to get on the score sheet in a bad way.
And East Ridge going to bring this one out. They're going to kill off that power play, which has just 4 seconds left. Shot and up into the netting, and the power play actually has 1 second left. Come on, NJ, you couldn't get the clock go for 1 more second?
Well, you can't accuse the Eagan Civic Arena staff of being a bunch of homers or hometown clock management,
exactly.
Right?
Raptors are full of strength. That one's kept in on a little hand pass, but the Cats touch it, so we play on. Again, Nathan, you mentioned a good power play that time for the Wildcats. Now the question is, can you keep it going at 5-on-5? As Grayson Robbins, first man in, number 10 in white. They're down into the corner. Shots are actually 6-5 in favor of the Wildcats.
Yeah, Wildcats had a number of good shots on that power play. Here's another.
Right, there we go. There, they tie it up. .42, the time of that one. Schreiber is your goal scorer. Justin Schreiber, get that man the puck. That's career goal number 1.
Well, good work by, look, I think it was A.J. Clark there, and then it finds Robbins in the middle, and then Robbins' shot kind of wiggles a little bit to the side, and then, like you said, Justin Schreiber, one of the seniors on this team who doesn't get a ton of ice time, slams it home and makes it 1-1. Knotted up.
Here's the official announcement.
Clark. Driver for Robinson Clark at 12:42 of the first.
Just look at some of Justin's family down the way. There's some big smiles on some faces down there. And happy for them.
Yeah, gotta feel good for Justin Schreiber. He's of course he played some goalie here for the Eagan Wildcat varsity boys soccer team. Boy, I got in some trouble tonight, aren't I, Mike Cook? But
Nathan, man, you've been we're rusty.
Yeah, you know, this is only, what, our third broadcast of the entire season.
Opportunity, knocked down nicely, rebound. Another juicy rebound given up by Hodgins. In front, tried to get, that's Clark on the doorstep. Oh, rebound opportunity, no, couldn't quite get it home that time, was Murray. All Wildcats here in about the last 2 minutes of play. Really since that power play began. Cam Roth couldn't quite control in the corner. He gets bumped off the puck in front of the East Ridge student section. And here come the Raptors the other way. Cole Wyden. He meets Murray in the Eagan zone.
Nice job by Murray taking the hands and the stick, but not necessarily doing anything that's going to draw a penalty.
And we've got a souvenir just to our left here at center ice. 2:41 to go here in this opening period. If you look at another opportunity for the Cats, you saw Lance Murray pinching in from that defensive spot. And I know some coaches are going to say, no, you got to stay back on the blue line, but Todd Carlson kind of likes it when Murray pinches in like that. He can be such an offensive threat.
There's another shot on goal for the Wildcats.
Yep. Shot number 11 for the Eagan Wildcats. Not that long ago, we're sitting on 2. Hodgins gives it up, another rebound. Roth was right there on the doorstep. Off the initial shot at Goyle.
I missed that one on the scoreboard, but in any event, really like what you're seeing here out of the Wildcats as Roth intercepts.
Should
forces that. I think that's going to go for icing.
Will it be? Yep, there it is. Well, I want to say, hey, thanks for those of you tuning in. Thought it was a 7 o'clock start. So did we initially. Earlier today, we found no 6:45. So, as you look at the actual time of day, it's currently 7:09. Maybe once it hit 7 o'clock, the Cats kind of woke up.
Yeah, maybe that's exactly what happened. Maybe they thought that was going to be a 7 o'clock start as well. But we're here. We have an ever-increasing crowd here for the Wildcats. Kind of a nice group, some little chippers at the first intermission. Let's see if the Wildcats can close this out with a lead here in the first period.
Hey, you're getting way ahead of yourself on that victory call.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's been a struggle, but the Cats are 0-3 in the Civic Arena this year. Outscored 18-4 coming into this one.
Well, their play so far has got to make them feel pretty good, feel confident. I mean, they're playing well. Raptors at the same time have demonstrated some real quality.
And that was Knudsen that set that up as he circled the net at the backhand. I didn't see who that was that came in on the second shot. It might have been Wyden, but a big save by Gley. Rushes like that is what we saw out of East Ridge earlier this period. All the way down, that should not be icing, nope. Ori stops, spins, other way. Goyle, can he poke it out? They can. Here come the Cats on the far side. Full head of steam down in the corner. Set it in front right there. Oh, couldn't quite connect that time. That was Ori. Number 2 in white with a nice opportunity. Martin from way out. That puck gets dropped down in front. Riley Paulus was up jumping for that. Just missed wide that time. Might be the first time we've seen Paulus out there tonight.
Might be.
Ori, nice deke on his man over there. That was Conan that got deked. Blake, that is. Another 30 to go here in the opening frame. Martin back at the point waiting for the puck. Will it get back to him? No, Paulus turns, shoots. Adams kicks that one aside. Save number 12 of the period for him. I guess we're just going to be happy to get out of this period. Wrong shot. Ori trickles just wide. I think it was Clark in front. It was.
It's AJ Clark for the Wildcats. What a shift.
Martin shot. Hodgins never saw it and had no idea where that was. when a goalie's doing that fast right, fast left. Yeah. Cats nearly make it 2-1.
Well, I got to tell you,
with 2.1 to go.
Pardon me, Mike Cook. I was going to say the excitement here in the Eagan Civic Arena is palpable. There's a lot of really excited people here, moms, dads, kids, student section, because the Wildcats are playing some good hockey right now.
And little chippers moments away.
Little chippers moments away. That's right.
Heated contest tonight, we understand, between the two squads.
Two groups that don't like each other.
That's what we heard. So after one period in varsity action, the East Ridge Raptors, they got one early. Wildcats got one late. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Here, non-conference action inside the Civic Arena. Again, the East Ridge is going to go to their locker room. Coach Vogelsang, I'm sure, will have a word or three for his Raptors. Coach Carlson and the Wildcats, they're going to stay out. We'll get the nets put in place. As you look at that Eagan bench, Cam Roth and company. Good period for Cam Roth there, number 23 in white.
Yeah, he had some nice opportunities there, and we saw him sprung a couple of times on a set play where he's set up wide and breaks down the ice. You do that 2 or 3 or 4 times, eventually you're not going to loosen up the defense, and you're also going to give yourself an opportunity. As you take a look there at the Eagan netminder, Gabe Gley, sporting his characteristic flow.
Yes. You know what we should tell you about Gabe Gley? You know what his superpower would be?
What would his superpower be?
To fly.
To fly?
Hockey player that inspires him the most, Marc-Andre Fleury.
Well, that makes sense.
Absolutely. Favorite noise is rain.
Well, yeah, who doesn't like a good rainstorm?
Junk food, he likes Takis. Takis?
Takis. Yeah, you know what? That's the kids like Takis.
Yeah, I'm not big.
That's the kids.
But hobby outside of the rink is listening to music.
Not a bad idea.
No.
I think these are going to be
these are the Flames.
These are the Flames.
Part of the little chippers. Oh, gotta love that with Cam Roth, and I can't see who that is over there with him as well, but.
Looks like Gerard. Is that 22? Is that AJ Clark? I think it is.
No, it's Jensen, I think 18, isn't it?
Oh, I'm looking at his gloves.
Yeah,
right.
Whatever. Who cares? And then the new kids on the block. The Kraken.
Yeah, some really nice looking uniforms here, not only for the Flames, but check out these Kraken uniforms, as they are not completely sure where they're supposed to be on the ice, and maybe we can get a couple of guys off the varsity team as AJ Clark and Gus Gley are now pointing. Yep. Oh, over here, boys.
And girls. I'm sure there's some of it at this level. Absolutely.
That's right. There are probably some girls out there too.
Absolutely.
In fact, I see a few with longer hair that might be of the female variety.
And I see some pink laces in looks like number 10 here for the Kraken. I wonder where these kids, when they come out, they just go to the one end of the ice, because that's how they practice. They always stay at one end and just force a habit, and but yeah, there's a good look at some future Wildcats. Love they got the NHL team colors, but they got the Wildcat logo on them. I think that's just so cool.
And unlike ordinary, or I should say ordinary, in past little chipper events, we're actually going to have changes or shifts here, or groups here.
That out, huh?
Because we're going to go 4-on-4, because
you can't.
You just can't. Otherwise, it's a giant group of a giant clump.
By the way, the Kraken are sponsored by Wildcats Bar and Grill. Looks like Trail Stop Tavern sponsors the Flames.
So it's Wildcats versus Trail Stop.
Oh,
talk about two groups that don't like each other very much.
But they are two of the top hockey parental get-together spots, shall we say?
Parental get-together spots?
We call it that?
Boy, we're really digging deep for euphemisms, Mike Cook.
Yes, we are. But again, just part of the community support that Eagan Hockey Association gets. I know Ansari's is in there, Lone Oak Bar and Grill, and I know we're going to be missing some others, but all the way down, is it a goal? Yes, it is. 1-0 for that team from north of the border. I don't want to call them Canucks, because then they're going to think it's Vancouver. And
sure, we don't want to confuse anybody.
No, we'll just say But no, 1-0 Calgary. I love what we get. I'm looking just below us at center ice, right outside above the glass. There's a little kid, I'm guessing like 3 years old, got a helmet on, just ready to get out on the ice.
He's even got a stick.
Then a Parisi jersey from the Wild. I don't know if we can get a shot of that kid, but It's right above center ice in the front row. But I saw that kid during the national anthem, too, was standing there, had the helmet on, got the little stick going. Yeah, it's just off the bottom of the screen, and it's 2-0 Calgary. There's our youngster with right in front. Like you said, got the little stick going. I think that's cool.
He's very excited, and a lot of these kids are all going to be really excited. I mean, I can speak from personal experience when your younger kids get to go out and play with the older kids, get to go out and watch, be with the varsity guys are out there, or whether it's the guys or the girls, because the girls team does this too. But when they're out there, it's a lot of fun because they all want to show off. Except unless you happen to be my 5-year-old daughter who wants to wave at the crowd.
Line change, by the way. We're gonna go 5-on-5, although there's 6 for the Kraken right now, so 6-on-5.
Yeah, it was 5-on-4 in favor of Calgary with the last shift, and now we got
5-on-5.
Yeah, it should be 5-on-5 now. Yep, we had an odd number.
I think we had a late line change there by the Kraken. Long shot, no, just wide of the cage for the Kraken.
Kraken not able to get one across the goal line.
Good pressure though by the Kraken. Best we've seen thus far. We talked about the memories too, and you look on that again. We say it every game, but you look on the visitors' bench here in the arena. All these parents just smiling. Strong majority have phones of some kind up, videoing their kids. Kraken looking to make a move. Going to have to hurry with just over a minute to go in this one. They're down by 2.
I thought at this age we didn't keep score, Mike Cook.
They don't. We do.
You may be surprised to find this out, and for any parents listening, I'm sure you'll agree with me. Those kids keep better score than we do.
Oh, they know.
They know exactly how many goals they've scored.
Absolutely. Oh, nice save that time. We don't have rosters, so what do we know?
Well, the names are on the back of the jerseys, but to be honest, they are a little small.
Yes. And really, it doesn't matter. They're out there smiling. They're having fun. Wipe out. One last opportunity. Can the Kraken do anything? Nice defensive play there. At least got in the way by the Flame.
Scott tried to find putt, couldn't do it. Turns. Scott with it again. Finds Donahue.
Oh, tripping over the logo.
Falls, but great effort by the Kraken. And then, honestly, Mike Cook, this is my favorite part. This is the end of it, not because I don't want to get any complaints, not because it's over, but because this is where the kids get to skate out between the 2 sets of players or 2 lines of players. I love this part. This is just, to me, this is the best part of the night right here in terms of little chippers.
And you know what I noticed too is I just looked to our left. A lot of the East Ridge fans, they were applauding as well. I think that's really cool. Love what they're doing here in Wildcat country. So the little chippers are going to head off momentarily. The big chippers are going to head off. Former little chippers, what do we want to call them?
Yeah, former little chippers, but they're going to head off with a 1-1 knotted up hockey game, and they're going to head into the second period, and we're going to step aside. Mike, it's really exciting stuff here to watch the Wildcats climb back into this game. I don't know. I mean, take us out, Mike Cook, but what are we looking at?
We are looking at a 1-1 score. We're going to intermission. Folks, hang tight. Go get something to eat, something to drink. We'll be back shortly for second period action. You're watching Wildcat Hockey on the ETV. And welcome back inside the Civic Arena where we get set for second period action of this non-conference tilt. East Ridge Raptors 1, Eagan Wildcats 1. As you look at the East Ridge Raptors, 6 shots on goal in that opening period. As we look back at the first period highlights, of course their first shot went into the Wildcat net on a gorgeous feed that time. And ultimately scoring that goal was Jack Tauscher for the East Ridge Raptors. Great feed that time by Grant Conan. Cats the other way. Justin Schreiber gets the goal for the Wildcats, number 11. Look at that, entire net to shoot at. Goal number 1 of his career for number 11. And of course, the highlight of the first period, well, post-first period, the Little Chippers, as we had the Kraken and the Flames. Flames got a couple of goals in that one, but a very good effort by both the Kraken and the Flames. As you look at Jack Hodgins, the senior netminder for the East Ridge Raptors. 13 saves in that opening period for Jack. Did give up quite a few juicy rebounds, however. We shall see if the Wildcats can capitalize on that. The Wildcats gathered around the bench. The head coach Todd Carlson in the background. Nolan Pearson back there as well. And guesting on the bench tonight is goaltender coach Dustin Lucci, because Mario Munoz couldn't be here tonight, decided to go travel. So Mario, we understand you're watching us from Missouri, so hopefully you're impressed with what you're seeing so far from your Eagan Wildcats. Defenders are looking okay without you, Mario. East Ridge controls the puck as we get set for period, and Cats control with Murray. Got to get it ahead that time to 27, Gus Gley. Gley, 14, Eddie Moore, Lockenmeyer, number 19. That line for the Wildcats, but as I say that, they all head to the bench, and here comes East Ridge into the Wildcat zone. Little give and go that time, back in front. Couldn't quite connect that time. Blake Conan was the ultimate recipient, potentially. Gley knocks that one down. Get the Cats cleared out. No, kept in East Ridge. Different thoughts on that one. So here we are on a special Wednesday night edition of Eagan Wildcat hockey. Here comes Grant Conan, number 11. Shot, that whistle just wide of the cage. Conan looking for number 11 on the season. Ori goes up, knocks that one down with a left hand. And can the puck squirt out? It is not, kept in that time by Blake Lee for East Ridge, number 4. All the way due, and Gley wisely again hanging on to that puck, Nathan, as there was some good pressure. The Cats went on a power play and it shifted to the home team. Tried to center that one in front. Paulus was in, couldn't quite get the puck before Hodgins put the mitt down. Good aggressive play though. A.J. Clark leading that rush in for the Wildcats. East Ridge going to get this one out. 2-on-2 as they go into the Wildcat zone. Hudson Kerr back, number 4 in white for the Eagan Wildcats. Tries to clear it out. Riley Paulus, will he be able to do so? He shall. Number 7. Riley, he's going to go play lacrosse next year at the collegiate level. Sends it all the way down. That's a nice thing in hockey. I don't know if that's anything in lacrosse, but
yeah, you know what? Lacrosse is one of
on the ice, the Cats. And that, East Ridge did get back on side. Official was on the blue line, quickly made the call. Nice move that time. Conan tried to get something going, but Eddie Moore says, I don't think so. And here comes Gus Gley in white, 27. And that goes up into the netting. Face-off will be in the East Ridge zone. 1-1 early stages, period number 2. Hey, big weekend coming up for some off-ice activities for both Eagan and East Ridge.
Yeah, absolutely. The Eagan and East Ridge debaters at the state high school debate tournament that's happening this week here in the Twin Cities. So all 4 different kinds of debate, and it's exciting stuff. Of course, Eagan with a very good forensic program, and East Ridge still developing and building that tradition.
Yeah, we'll mention some of those players here, some of the debaters, I should say, over the next couple of breaks that are going to be taking part in the U of M this weekend. And I know you said you were part of that growing up.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, it was one of those things where, people talk about the transformative development that can occur with a young person playing sports or things like that. But I'll tell you, for a lot,
Sabine, I think is how you say him. Those are public forum debate. East Ridge has a couple of folks in as well. Juhei Song and Lillian Spalding, Sachem Bouchon and Matan Liu also in public forum for East Ridge. And again, we have a few more names we'll talk about time over the course of the game because, hey, those kids deserve their moments in the sun as well. Nearly hits the rough here in the Civic Arena.
Be interesting to try to, if ETV could ever, if we could ever broadcast a debate tournament. I don't know if you can do that or not, but it might be interesting to try it sometime.
I don't know.
In any event, we're playing a hockey game here.
Here's the Wildcats looking to regroup in their own zone. Puck comes over near side. Picked up by the Raptors, or I should say dumped in by the Raptors that time. Lucas Stouffer, number 18, doing the honors. Hey, a couple more debaters. Lincoln Douglas, Aaron Engelstad, Darren Wachnick for the Eagan Wildcats in Lincoln Douglas. Congressional debate from Eagan, Abiha Kaziv, Andrea Halling, Andrea Halling, yep. And for East Ridge in congressional debate, you have Kenneth Chen, Anders Swenson. And in policy debate, there's a couple of Eagan teams that made it. Eric Lee and Arkin Sen, and then Natu Daniel and Parim Mukesh Takar. And again, I apologize.
Have an opportunity to try to close it out. Nobody did, and Wyden's going to get that one. We'll see if they give him any, if there are any assists awarded by the scoring or by the referees, but that's just a situation where the Wildcats were playing okay, but they got a little sloppy.
Huge opportunity that time for the Wildcats. Glei absolutely robbed by Hodgins. By the way, Nico Zuber, I believe, got the assist on that East Ridge goal. But what an opportunity for the Cats, and what an even better play by Hodgins. Look at the goal, as Glei just lost it. I think he was reaching down for it, but that puck got kind of poked away just a split second beforehand.
Well, I wish we had seen the replay on the Cats entering the zone. It was a great little drop pass by one of the Cats to Goyle to set up, and Goyle, and last time he passed, this time he shot the puck.
Yep. And forced Hodgins to make a really good save. As we said earlier,
Eagan defender not close enough, not being able to tie up the player at the top of the crease, and that's what's going to happen. I mean, that's what's going to happen. At 5:48 here in the second period.
Somebody's got to help Glei in front. There was 3 Raptors all around, just a couple of Wildcats. And we've got a high stick. I think it was just played with a high stick, however,
yep.
So it's going to come out of the zone. Lanahan, by the way, first point of the year, and it happens to be a goal. And for Conan, another multi-point game. I think I'd seen Conan had, it was something, he's got goals in 4 out of 5. I looked up earlier, he's got a lot of multi-point games this year. I think 6 out of 11 was what the stat was, but bottom line, 3-1 Raptors.
The Wildcats have got to settle down here and play some good fundamental hockey, do a good job of doing what they did well in that second period, the second half of the first period.
There's Roth in front of his own bench, goes deep. He gets grabbed, taken down. No call. One forthcoming. Murray fires one just wide. And Ori can't quite get over to shut that one down before it trickles back into the Wildcat zone.
Yeah, I think if I'm Cam Roth, I'm mildly irritated that I didn't get a call there.
I don't know. It was pretty, Keaton Ori goes in deep for the Wildcats from his defensive spot. Tried to get it in front. Needed a right-handed shot. Instead it was the left-handed Roth, and he had to kind of regroup and got the forehand off. Hodgins kicks that one aside into the netting. And it remains 3-1 Raptors. By the way, speaking of the officials, okay, this is a JV game. I was told between periods that I was told they kind of screwed the Wildcats. East Ridge won 1-0 in the JV game. I was told the Cats had one waved off with about 4 minutes to go. one of those, the puck was, you could see it in the net, goalie kind of poked out, ref said no goal.
Well,
but again, that came from an Eagan fan. So, bottom line, East Ridge won 1-0. And this person told me, just the second loss of the year for the Eagan JV squad. Here's Glide for the Wildcats. Again, this game has been really cleanly played. Cats don't have a penalty yet. Just one on East Ridge. 9.5 to go, period number 2. Kept in Eddie Moore, well, briefly. As I say that, East Ridge able to poke that one out. Good aggressive forecheck that time by Hillmeyer. Cats, can they get something going? Now they can. Here's Glide. Quick shot. That hit something on the way through and ended up trickling just wide of the net. Back in front, trickled right into Hodgins. That nearly split the pads as he was going over.
The score is 3-1 in favor of East Ridge, but I like the response I've seen here for the Wildcats over the last few minutes. Is the senior captain, and that's the guy, as it's blocked, his shot is blocked. He's trying for a low pad shot there, but it gets blocked. But I like the senior captain taking it on his shoulders to try to create some offense, and I'd like to see more of that out of Gus Glide. Gus is a nice kid. He's a smart hockey player. He's got some good skills. I'd like to see him be more aggressive and more, I want to say, cold-blooded, maybe. Maybe just keep firing it at the net and see what happens.
Well, I think he did that on the rebound. He got it at the half wall, just threw it in front, and that, like I said, that thing nearly split the pads of Hodgins. But as it is, the save was made, and we continue on. 3-1 Raptors as we approach the midway point of this hockey game. And East Ridge is going to come out of the zone. 3-on-2, long shot, and widely held onto by the other Glide. That's Gabe Glide, your Wildcat netminder. Gabe's a junior, Gus is a senior.
Wildcats still out shooting the Raptors 20-12.
Yep.
Here almost halfway, coming up on halfway through the second period.
Again, we mentioned it back in the first period. Cats only average 2.3 goals per game, give up almost 4 a game. But, the thing I've seen tonight is the Wildcats have created more chances tonight than I think we've seen a lot of this year. And I believe the Cats are offsides.
Actually going to be a hand pass. There was a little kerfuffle between two Cats, and they were trying to get it down. And if somehow that puck had fallen correctly, Wildcats would have had a 3-on-1 maybe going the other way, Mike Cook. But unfortunately, it's going to be a defensive zone faceoff for the Wildcats.
8.5 to go, second period. Eastview got 2 goals. I believe it was 31 seconds apart earlier this period. Which is where we are now with a 3-1 Raptor advantage. First of 3 games in 4 days for the East Ridge Raptors. East Ridge, as we look at their schedule, they take on White Bear Lake tomorrow night over at Aldrich Arena. And then they're home against Roseville on Saturday at the Cottage Grove Arena. Cats are going to see Roseville late in the season here in the Civic Arena. Here's Riley Paulus. Long shot's going to go wide of the cage. Justin Robbins in deep. Number 10. He's out there with Paulus, number 7. Puck goes high and over the cage. Also on that group, it looks like we've got A.J. Clark out there as well.
It's 3 times the Wildcats have not been able to hit the target. I like the shots, but Wildcats have got to steer this on target if they're going to beat Hodgins.
Just a nice give and leave in there. 2-on-1. Going to go low, try to backhand across. Even better play by Lance Murray. The Eagan defender got in the way, breaking up that 2-on-1.
Well, he had to get it right. Otherwise, either there was going to be a penalty or a scoring opportunity, and he got it right.
That was Tauscher that was leading the rush that time for East Ridge. Tauscher's got 1 tonight. East Ridge keeps the puck long. Shot that got blocked down in front by Murray. And all the way out. I don't believe it'll be an ice. Oh, they're going to say, no, it's going to be on net. Would have been an icing had it been wide. Backhanded. Tried to backhand it out. Didn't quite get there. Now they do. Here's Grant Conan. 5'10", 155, a senior. Deep into the Wildcat zone. Again, East Ridge able to get a little something set up in the Eagan end. Jack Elliott dumps that one in, number 6.
Wildcats fortunate there as there was no pressure on that point whatsoever. Elliott just could not quite handle it. Wildcats get it deep because they needed a change, but there was not very much pressure on those East Ridge points. And as a result, the Wildcats are fortunate there wasn't a scoring opportunity.
Yep. Icing the call. Face-off will be to the left of Gabe Gley. This will be Ben Gerard on the draw for the Eagan Wildcats. And Cats are able to control. This will be number 6, Nichols, Christian Nichols. Cam Roth, turnover. It's Tauscher at center. And Cats will try to come out of their zone a little bit better this time. And we go pass across. Actually, I think that hit number 17, Gerard, coming out, but did squirt free momentarily. But again, East Ridge is going to send it back in. Good aggressive chase by Blake Conan, number 9. Really forcing Keaton Ory to make a play there for the Wildcats. Ory stops. Just no room for Keaton Ory to operate right now, as this East Ridge forecheck has been impressive.
Wildcats definitely trying to work a play there, work a design to a play to move the puck from one side of the ice to the other, looking for Goyle as Ory turns it over behind his own net.
Well, just looking at Ory, he needs a line change. He's been out there a while. He looked a little gassed. And again, long change this period. And you're going to send it in for the Eagan Wildcats. No, not quite. Here's Cam Roth. Roth with a shot. Hodgins read that well, got the glove out. Good job, Goyle, though, crashing the net, looking for that rebound.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a nice effort by Roth to create the space with his skates as he moves to the middle of the ice. Watch this. He's going to create space right there. An opportunity for Roth. And if Goyle's right there for a rebound, if there's a rebound, or if maybe Goyle gets in front of Hodgin and blocks his line of sight, but in any event, good offensive opportunity for the Wildcats.
21-13 shots in favor of the Wildcats. That's 7 apiece this period. Most importantly, though, East Ridge has got 2 of them to go into the net. Here's Schreiber. He got the Eagan goal earlier. Kerr trying to get something going for the Wildcats. Kept in right on the paint. Nice job by Jensen to keep that loose puck in. Peyton Jensen, the junior. Schreiber tied up nicely that time by the East Ridge defender. From his knees, Hudson Kerr dumps that one in deep. Hey, whatever it takes to keep the puck in.
Absolutely.
Jensen with a big hit. And Kerr and the Wildcats forced to regroup at center. And dumping it into the zone. East Ridge, can they get anything going to get out of their own zone? The puck does squirt free. Zuber with an opportunity. He'll lead the rush. Got some help with him. Takes the shot. Gley all over that one. You're not going to beat Gabe Gley that clean. Interesting. Good opportunity for the Raptors. A 3-on-1. And I think that's one where
the shot's the good thing.
Well,
if you're the Wildcats, watch this. It's a 3-on-1. Yeah. That's absolutely what you want the player to do, is shoot the puck. If you're the defender, if you're the offensive player, I think you really need to try to work that pass.
And that was a really good job by the Eagan defender to get back there. It might have been Murray. I'm not certain on that. Here's Lockenmeyer. He feeds it in front. Nobody there wearing white. Kept in, however. Speaking of Murray, that was on the goal! Lance Murray from way out. And it's 3-2.
Oh, Lance Murray from way downtown. And I think that's his first varsity goal.
It is.
As I see one of I think it was Peyton Jensen chasing the puck to run over and grab it. But Lance Murray shoots from the point, and good things happen when you hit the target, Mike Cook, and that's what Lance Murray's puck did there. There was some traffic in front of Hodgin. He didn't see it until it was close, but in fact, he might not have seen it until it was in the back of the net. But in any event, the Wildcats draw it close.
Single assist number 19, Danny Lockenmeyer.
So Danny Lockenmeyer did an official assist, but I'm going to give Eddie Moore an unofficial assist on that goal, because he was the one creating problems in front. Rebound is there, knocked down by the Wildcats. Puck is out. Here comes Murray once again. Stop. Backhand across. Nobody there wearing white. Cats are changing up behind the play. And we've got a whistle. Let's take a look at how the Wildcats got within 1 Oh, there was more off the draw. And actually, you know what? Actually, Gus Glide could get an assist as well, unofficial assist. So he was standing in there right on the edge of the crease creating havoc. Maybe we'll call that a good team goal.
Well, it's a team goal or an individual goal. The Wildcats will take all they can get right now.
All the way down, should be another ice. And indeed is, with 3:29 left here in the second. Again, East Ridge got a couple of goals 31 seconds apart, go up 3-1, and then moments ago, Lance Murray with that long wrist shot. Lance Murray, the hockey player that inspires him the most is Sidney Crosby. Sidney would like that shot.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just about any hockey player with red blood and a pulse would like that shot. That was an excellent shot by Murray from high slot, I guess you want to call it.
Yeah, absolutely. This long shot. Hodgins read that well. I like the idea that time by 21 in white. Goyle tried to center in front, but again, Hodgins, he's given up some rebounds tonight for East Ridge.
This is kind of the tale of two periods where the Raptors have really come out storming in the first parts of the period, and as the period's worn on, the Wildcats have really been climbing back into it. As you see Goyle there on the side, just a little backhand flip in. The puck, it's a quick whistle as that puck is still not frozen. The referees, we got a little equipment issue here with Hodgins, so they're going to give him a chance to fix that equipment. But the Wildcats, despite giving up two goals in quick succession, Mike Cook, they've battled back here to make this a one-goal hockey game.
And the Wildcats come into this game, they're 3-7 on the season. East Ridge 5-5. East Ridge has won 2 straight coming into this one. Cats 1-3 in their last 4. East Ridge, they're going to try to circle. Nice job by the Eagan defense to not let anything happen that time. And can the Cats poke it out? No, nice job kept in briefly by East Ridge. And the Cats are able to get it out. They're going to come near side. This is Gerard. A little too far off the lively bounce from the boards. And coming the other way, Blake Conan's going to lead the rush for East Ridge. And as we say that, we're going to go the other way.
Unlucky for Gerard as he battled hard in the corner. I think we're going to played with a high stick, so we're going to have a defensive zone face-off here for the Wildcats. But Gerard did a nice job battling in the defensive zone to get that out, really working hard, and then is the recipient of the pass coming the other way. But as you say, the lively boards denied him the chance as you look there at Eddie Moore coming to take this face-off. And there's, check it, it was a high stick, against the East Ridge Raptors, not the Wildcats.
Yep. And actually, it was going to be Glide on the draw as Moore moved over to the right wing. And they're going to say that was tipped. Good call by the official, as it definitely was by Eagan Wildcats. Kerr. Oh, somebody's got to take that puck. A little lack of communication momentarily. And doesn't look like it's going to hurt the Wildcats, as there's Eddie Moore. Aggressive play by the East Ridge captain, centered in front. Couldn't quite get it, I should say, on the connection as Grant Conan. Where's the C for the black and gold Raptors? Puck squirts out, aggressive play. Lockenmeyer trying to make something happen. Jake Gonzaga not going to let him get by. Off the boards, Lockenmeyer loses it in the zone. And coming up, Kerr that time with a big hit on Conan.
Lockenmeyer wants that one over again. That puck's supposed to, that puck's got to come out.
And he's going to want that one over too.
I mean, that one was coming in pretty hot, so that was going to be hard to handle. But Lockenmeyer's got to control that, make sure that gets out of the zone. Otherwise, he's going to create opportunities here for the Raptors.
And that one finally gets out. Now Lockenmeyer with an opportunity, 1-on-2, shot high into the netting. Almost cleared the netting at the far side of the arena.
I was going to say, if Lockenmeyer scores there, all sins are forgiven, my friend.
Absolutely.
I mean, we'll take that.
Here we take a look at the opportunity there for Lockenmeyer.
Danny Lockenmeyer, of course, scoring his first varsity goal last year in the second game against Burnsville here late in the season for the Wildcats.
It was senior night, by the way. And it's, ironically, hockey player that inspires him the most, big brother Alex. Try to see what else he has on his little sheet. Favorite noise is a bar down goal.
A bar down goal.
Yeah, not bad.
Take it.
Absolutely. As the Cats avoid danger there.
I
got nothing.
I'm not going to say nothing there, but boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's just all take one quick peek at this, and then let's all forget about it, because that's not supposed to happen.
Nope.
And that everybody's glad that did not go in. But I'll tell you, the Wildcats have come back in this second period. This is a hockey game, Mike Cook, and that's, if you're a Wildcat fan, that's what you want.
Lance Murray, he got the goal for the Wildcats here at 12:46 of this period to get them within one. A good opportunity. East Ridge, they're going to go in. A quick shot from that far side. Not sure who that was. That Tauscher with the shot? Hard to read that number from this far over, but right-handed shot from deep in the corner. Bottom line face-off will be in the Wildcat zone to the left of Gabe Gley. 43.3 to go. Second period here on ETV.
Well, if you're the East Ridge Raptors, you've done a good job here of getting a lead. Now you want to try to build on it.
And they keep it in. Quick shot, and they do! Grant Conan, number 11, second of the night. 4-2 Raptors.
Well, I did not intend on being a prophet there, Mike Cook, but I was going to say the Raptors always in danger, potentially in danger with a big matchup coming up against White Bear Lake in their conference later this week. You don't want to overlook the Wildcats, who have struggled at least on the scoreboard and in various games, and Conan making sure that the Raptors get an opportunity there to get a little breathing space.
Have to double check the assists on that one at intermission, and that one nearly trickles past Gley. Raptors are absolutely buzzing, but here come the Cats. Oh, it couldn't quite connect. Boy, they had number 21 Goyle heading out. All the way down should be an icing, and indeed it is with 8.2 to go. Too much time to maybe pull your goalie thinking that quick shot 6-on-5 thing, but boy, I tell you, that is a huge momentum goal for East Ridge, and obviously against the Eagan Wildcats.
Yeah, Wildcats are going to have to dig deep here. Any goal scored in the last minute of a period, you know how that goes, Mike. It's a big shift going the other way, but Wildcats have shown some pluckiness in this game. As long as they can get out of here with a 2-goal, just nothing more than a 2-goal deficit right now, we'll see what they can come up with.
And just wide that time, Gus Gley. Shots after 2 periods, 23 for the Wildcats, but just 2 goals. The Raptors, 17 shots, 4 of them have found the back of the net. So the Eagan Wildcats are going to have a little bit of work to do. Gabe Gley and company skate off into their locker room. Nathan Cron and I are going to take a break along with everybody else. We'll be back for the third period, where you're watching Wildcat hockey on ETV. Well, the East Ridge Raptors, they head to the ice here for this third period in the Civic Arena. They have a 4-2 lead over your Eagan Wildcats. Grant Conan, he's got 2 goals and a helper tonight for the East Ridge Raptors, including one late in the second period. But first we got to get to that point in the second period because East Ridge scored a couple just 31 seconds apart early in that frame. You saw first was Cole Wyden. And then the Wildcats are going to finally get one here. Lance Murray from way out risked that one home. And then within the final minute, Conan, one-timer, goal, 4-2 Raptors. He's Nathan Cron, by the way. I'm Mike Cook. And Nathan, right before that fourth goal, you had said something about can't let him score.
Yeah, I did say something like that, and it's what is known as the commentator's curse, because of course the minute you say that, that's exactly what's going to happen. But you know, it's still there for the Wildcats. They're still out shooting the Raptors. They've generated some offense. There's an opportunity for the Raptors to really slam the door on the Wildcats, but a good opportunity for the Wildcats to climb back in this one. They get one goal, make it a 4-3 game. All of a sudden, hey, now the Raptors have to think a little bit more. They have to play a little tighter, and the Wildcats have an opportunity. Wildcats aren't going to score a ton of goals here. So, I mean, you know, they're not going to score, you know, another 4 or 5 goals in this period. That isn't going to happen, at least historically. We don't think it's going to happen. But what I will say is this. It makes a lot of sense here for the Wildcats to keep plugging away, doing the stuff that's got them, that's been successful for them in this game.
Right now, Jack Hodgins, 21 saves for East Ridge, and as we were talking, I happened to look over, and he was kind of getting ready in the crease, and kind of looked like he fell, kind of tripped over himself, and kind of laughed a little bit, but hey, it happens.
Happens to the best of us,
Absolutely.
especially on an icy day.
Absolutely. So we get set for the final 17 minutes of, dare we say, regulation.
Yeah, you could say regulation.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the kind of optimistic talk that we like around here at ETV. The other thing I've noticed is, and I don't know if you've noticed this too, Mike, is that Coach Todd Carlson for the Wildcats is running 4 lines tonight. Yes. I mean, he's running everybody on the bench, and so far we've seen some scoring from lines that you typically don't see on the ice that much.
Absolutely. Well, Justin Schreiber got his first career goal. He's listed as a, I know they prefer to go by colors, but he's on one of the lower lines here for the Wildcats. And then, you know, Lance Murray's a defenseman, got his first career goal as well. But yeah, you said it. We've seen up and down this lineup, there's been chances tonight. And I can say the same thing about East Ridge. I mean, obviously you got the Conan brothers that are kind of their, you know, if you want to call them the studs, so to speak, on that team. But you know, you look at guys on that lineup, they've had other chances as well. Zuber in there. You know, look down, Tauscher's had a couple. Cole Wyden's got a goal. So, again, they're also, Coach Vogel saying he's obviously rolling multiple lines as well. However, I do think Grant Conan's maybe getting double shifted every so often for the East Ridge Raptors, who nearly make it 5-2. As somehow Gabe Glide keeps that one out, and the Raptors unable to pounce home on the rebound. I really think that could have been nail in the coffin for the Wildcats.
Absolutely. Clean living for Gabe Glide. Nicely done, Gabe. Little help from his defense, which is, of course, nice when you're a goalie. But he keeps it out. He gives the Wildcats an opportunity.
So Lanahan and the Raptors are going to come on down into the Wildcat zone. Briefly, as the puck comes out. Past Nick Johnson, the public address announcer here in the scorers table in the Civic Arena. Here's number 21, Gavin Goyle. Long shot goes high and wide. Cam Roth got good wood on that one. Roth, he'll get it back. That's Goyle down there with him. Coming out to join him, Ben Gerard, 17 in white. Dumped in that time, Nichols. East Ridge, they're gonna come out. And they'll just dump it all the way down, crossing center ice with Ricky Lanahan. I believe a full-scale change for the East Ridge Raptors. Cats keep the same 5 out. They got a big hit behind the play. I think it was Brady Knutson absolutely crushed Cam Roth.
And given Cam Roth's contact orientation, I would have expected maybe a little retaliation, but as it is, it's another Wildcat that's going to go to the box here.
Yep, that was just a purely... Holding is going to be the call.
Well, it was acrobatic insofar as it was artistic, but it was still a penalty.
Here we go.
For Mr. Ori. Hey, pinwheels him down, grabs him around, and I think in high school football we call that a horse collar.
I was going to say, I think that's 15 in football. So Ori, one of the top defensemen on this Wildcat squad. But for Keaton Ori, that will add to his team-leading penalty minute total. Pushes him up to 34 on the season. So he had, I believe it was 16 in the first game of the year against Champlain Park. But bottom line is, can't be getting in the box that much.
Well, this is definitely not the time. I know, Ori's a good player for this team and needs to, but this is not the time to be taking penalties when you're down by 2 goals.
East Ridge moves that around nicely. Nothing happening that time for the Raptors. That one went just wide. Back up top. That hit traffic on the way through. It might have been Moore that got that one.
It was Eddie Moore with a great block.
And somebody in the student section liked that one for the Wildcats. 1:11 to go, man advantage for the Raptors. Up top, Conan, far side, big rebound. Moore, can he poke it out? He can. Nice kill by the Wildcats, especially Eddie Moore. Here's Conan, full head of speed. Gets around Cam Roth. Roth just kind of reached the stick out instead of putting a body on him. Back up top. Polifka, far side. Polifka's going to get it back. Good coverage that time up there by Gusglai. Good puck movement. Well, as I say that, Eagan intercepts one finally. And actually East Ridge going to hang on. Conan from way out. That was stopped, I believe, Murray on the way through. Kept in far near side. Davis Polifka. Shot that was trying to go for the tip. Went wide with 20 to go in the man advantage. Back up top. Conan. Stops, looks, keeps the feet moving. Good shot blocked down that time by the Wildcats. Roth gets tripped up, no call. Roth with a little headlock, shot to the head. A little physical out there all of a sudden, and Roth makes a run at an Eastview player. Cats full strength. Roth, boy, he went hard after Grant Conan right in front of the Wildcat bench. Roth is one fired up player right now in white.
He's got to be careful, Mike.
Absolutely.
He's got to be careful. You love the passion, but he cannot afford to take a dumb penalty.
And he's going to do just that. Roth is going to sit for two, assuming East Ridge does not score here. Delayed penalty on the Cats. Shot in front, no, couldn't go on the tip was Knutson. And Cam Roth is going to sit. Cam looking for, not happy with the call, but that was a no-brainer.
Well, it was
the call.
It was a.
I mean, this is pretty easy.
Yeah, it's pretty easy when, you know what? Okay, so you feel the contact when you're an East Ridge player and your arms go up in the air. When your arms go up above your head, you're definitely selling it.
True.
It was a hook, but he sold it, and Cam Roth can't do that. I mean, it wasn't the most egregious hook you've ever seen, Mike Cook, but it doesn't matter because it's 2 minutes to the other team.
Roth now up to 25 minutes of penalties this season. Well, East Ridge, another opportunity on the power play. Eagan had not been penalized coming into this period, and then it's back-to-back infractions. This is Gonzaga up top, number 2, he'll shoot, and Glai had a good look at that. Minute 32 to go, man advantage.
Shots creeping back up into parity here, but 23-21. It's still in favor of the Wildcats, but another extended power play opportunity here for the East Ridge Raptors is going to see that dissolve likely.
29.7 coming into this one. Power play percent for the Raptors. Eagan's PK was 80.5. East Ridge able to make a change, get that, I believe their top power play unit back out there. With the Conan brothers amongst others. Here's Blake Lede. Back across, good puck movement, just wide of the cage. And that one's going to go all the way down. East Ridge power play just about halfway over. 4-2 Raptors here in Wildcat country. Tipped ahead that time off the stick of Tauscher. In deep, Nichols for the Cats. Nichols loses the puck. And we've got a whistle because we've got a hook up coming on, I believe, East Ridge is going to sit.
Yeah, Nichols, there's a reason that Nichols was dispossessed, and it was because he was being held from behind by Knutson. It wasn't, again, that wasn't, to be honest, if I'm honest, that wasn't the worst hold you have ever seen either, but if you're going to call it tight, watch here in the corners. Nichols gets this puck, he's going to reverse his momentum right here. And he's going to just get held there. Yep. You see, again, not the worst hold I've ever seen, but from a different angle, it was a little more obvious. Great camera work by our ETV crew, though.
Absolutely. So we'll play the next 42 seconds, 4-on-4. And the Cats will have a power play for about $1.13. Jensen, can he keep it in for the Cat? No, he's going to retreat back. Conan, opportunity. He's looking for a Hattie, just wide of the cage. Good coverage back there. Maybe that was Jensen who was on him. all the way up. Cats are going to be offsides, but it's going to be touch-up icing, or touch-up off. They'll touch up.
They'll touch up. No, it's unfortunate as Goyle just got in just a hair early. But that was a nice opportunity. Couldn't see if that was Gerard or who it was who sent it for him.
Full strength are the Wildcats. They have about a minute of a man advantage here, Nathan Cronin. And it might be, you got to get one here time.
Yeah, there aren't going to be too many more opportunities.
And that one comes out off the stick of Ori. Couldn't get the bouncing puck.
There won't be too many more opportunities here for the Wildcats.
Lockenmeyer, nice job that time. Blake Conan pushed the puck away. All the way out. Cats forced to regroup. That was Lanahan in on the forecheck. Not going to make it easy for the Cats coming forth. Ori tries to get it in front, nothing doing. Puck does end up with Lockenmeyer, however. 9.5 to go in regulation, 25 in the PP for the Cats. Goyle sends it down, half wall, near side. Looking for the tip in front. Eddie Moore was there, but he was shadowed nicely by a Raptor. And Moore and company, a little extra pushing and shoving. Nothing too bad, though. Cats will have 14 seconds on a man advantage. And a face-off coming to the right of Jack Hodgins as you look at the opportunity for the Eagan Wildcats.
Well, nice job by Moore down front. That's his game, is gritty and grinding, and he just unlucky there. Just not Wildcats not getting a lot of puck luck there. You know, the Raptors have had a few bounces kind of come to them, and Wildcats haven't had that. But like you said, Mike Cook, this is an important 14 seconds.
Clark on the draw. Pushes it down across the end line. Nobody there, however, in white. There's Isaac Martin. Martin way up top. Rebound is there. Hodgins left another one there, but Clark couldn't quite bury it. East Ridge back at full strength, but nice opportunity for the Wildcats.
You know, the Wildcats on the power play, Mike Cook, tonight have looked very credible. You know, they haven't scored any goals on their power plays, but they've looked credible when they open up space and use the pass and pass the puck and use space in the attacking zone. They've looked, solid, and the more you do that, the more you're going to have opportunities.
Face-off will be to the left of Gabe Bly. Gabe's got 18 saves tonight.
Now you got a whole host of alumni down there behind the Eagan goal. I think it's about half the seniors from last year's team.
Cats are going to get something going this time down. Full head of steam coming through. That was Goyle. Tried to get Roth in front. Roth takes a whack at an East Ridge player. Might have got away with one there. And puck does come back out to neutral. Leading the rush, that's Hudson Kerr for the Wildcats. And he will have to hustle back. Again, aggressive. This is Nico Zuber coming down for East Ridge. Cats turn, go. Jensen. Peyton Jensen. Goyle. There's just over 8 to go in regulation. Cats keep that one in. Raptors are able to trickle that one out across the blue line. Opportunity, here's Zuber. Zuber looking for some help. Nice job of tying his man up. Was that Jensen trailing? No, it was 17, Gerard.
Great play by Gerard. He pointed it out. Jensen pointed it out. Gerard covered for him in the middle. He tied him up perfectly, and that's something that did not happen, has not always happened here tonight.
7.5 to go in regulation. All the way down. It was tipped on the way. East Ridge has got a man right in front. Couldn't quite connect that time. That was Ricky Lanahan with the feed. And I think it might have been Muth that cut across. Bottom line, it didn't go in. Cats keeping the puck down in the East Ridge zone. Nichols up top. Turnover. Nichols gets it back, dumps it in.
Wildcat, the clock's starting to work against the Wildcats.
Absolutely.
Mike Cook, they're gonna need to start getting shots on the net, on the goal, on the frame to see if they can solve Hodgin for two more tonight.
Eddie Moore in deep for the Wildcats. And Glide back to help out. Here comes Keaton Ori, wrist shot. That goes over the top of the net. 6.5 in regulation. Christian Nichols keeps it in. Nichols back up top. No, couldn't quite get to him. Nice job, East Ridge intercepting that pass, poking it out all the way down. Should be an icing with 6:21 to go in regulation. Hey, quick shout out. We got to mention all the men and women helping out on the ETV broadcast tonight. All the behind the scenes folks who don't get recognized enough for all they do. Josh Sibley is our producer. Polish Joe Chupik is our director. Ken Trainer is on audio. Camera folks tonight, Michelle Nielsen, Sarah Paulus, and Mr. Nick Mudd. Happy to be with you, bringing you Wildcat hockey. We said a special Wednesday night edition here on the ETV. Hodgins another one. Got that one with the right, or the right pad.
Wildcats don't have to panic here, but they've got to turn up that offensive pressure. If they get one here in the next couple of minutes, they've got a real opportunity to get the win.
There's Grayson Robbins, tried to center, they got intercepted, dumps it back in though, once he got the puck back. That's A.J. Clark, 22 out there, along with Robbins is 10. There's Robbins coming back. Good defensive play there by Grayson to knock that puck away and not get a penalty. He kind of went down and took that swipe at it. Here's Clark the other way for the Wildcats. AJ going to go in deep. Cats making a big change behind all four. And Clark is going to head to the bench as well. And he will be replaced on the ice by number 17, Gerard. The Wildcat bench has been shortened. Roth couldn't quite get the shot off. Kerr couldn't connect. I get the sense East Ridge is just kind of, they're going to be happy just sitting back right now. I don't see the aggressiveness on offense that we saw even a little bit ago. As I say that, they get a long shot and they're going to get a face-off in the Wildcat zone.
Well, I think the smart play, if you're ahead, look, you're playing a team that doesn't score too many goals. So the smart play here is to be thoughtful, careful, safety first should be your motto. Making sure the puck gets out every time you have it in your own zone. Making sure that you're completing passes tape to tape, opportunities. So you're not creating and giving the other side a lot of opportunities. And for the Wildcats, they've got to do the opposite. They've got to be crashing and looking for rebounds.
Oh, overskating at that time was Glide.
That's that lack of puck look I was talking about. I mean, if that puck falls for Glide a little bit differently, he's off to the races.
Danny Lockenmeyer in deep. Intensity and physicality has picked up the last little bit of this third period. Nichols couldn't quite get that one. It was into his skates and deflected away. But he does get it back. Christian Nichols back up. Ori thought about it. Ori long shot, and Hodgins gobbles that one up. One of the few times tonight he has not given up a juicy rebound.
No, absolutely not. Well, if it was fired high, Ori had passed on it earlier in the shift. Now he skates to the middle, tries to get a better angle, and he puts it right into Hodgins' chest protector. And I think if you're the Wildcats, if you've got a clean shot, if you're not being checked or hit, you've got to be shooting. No more passing up shots, boys and girls.
Yep, 4:05 to go. Lockenmeyer tried to get it in front, couldn't quite connect. Glide was coming down the slot. Here comes East Ridge the other way. Lanahan leading it. And a glove save by Gabe Glide. 3:48 to go. Now if you're Todd Carlson and the Wildcats, are you thinking, what point do we pull Gabe?
That's an excellent question.
2.5?
Yeah, something probably in there. I mean, there are no moral victories in the win-loss column, but at the same time, finishing 4-3, even if you run out of time, it's not the end of the world. And I like these. Ordinarily you might say, why is Glide covering that up? Shouldn't he be trying to keep things going? It gives the Wildcats, the young Wildcats team, a chance to reset and get ready.
Took 2 seconds. So the it down low around the boards. Muth will get it for East Ridge. With this turn, try to dump it back in, intercepted Isaac Martin. Back down into the Wildcat zone it goes. Murray tries to leave it for Martin, but instead it's going to be a black sweatered Raptor. Up. Oh, I thought that hit the ceiling.
I think it went over one of the girders. I really do. I think it went over.
I think you're right.
He didn't touch anything, so we're play on.
Yep. And on the near side, a couple of Cats on this left side. Goyle. There's Cam Roth. Tried to get it ahead to Gerard. Sprinting in from the right side. Looking back at Gabe Bly. He looks pretty casual in the net. Trying to see if he gets a signal to head to the bench. That one job couldn't get the shot off, I should say, was Goyle, as he was tied up. Cats need to get something quick. Here's Isaac Martin. He'll dump it back in. Gabe Bly starting to skate out a little bit. He's out between the circles. Martin, I thought he'd one-time that one. Goyle, opportunity. 3 goals for Eagan. Goyle gets him within 1.
Well, one of the senior captains does the business for the Wildcats and brings them within 1 goal here against the Raptors. Lots of traffic in front of Hodgson, and that time Goyle on the back side as the puck starts on one side, comes to the other side. Isaac Martin's going to get an assist on this as he blasts it towards goal. It misses, but the rebound comes, we'll talk about puck luck, it comes right to Goyle, and Goyle makes no doubt he gets a 3rd goal for the Wildcats.
2.5 to go.
But Mike, the Wildcats have not gone away. That's for darn sure.
East Ridge opportunity down in front. Oh, Gabe Bly got a glove on that somehow. I'm not sure he necessarily saw it well off the stick, but he got the glove. East Ridge looking for that dagger. Under 2 minutes to go. I'm going to back in regulation.
Wildcats have got to get possession of this puck. They're going to have to work a little harder here as now East Ridge is going to retreat, reset. Actually, I thought they would keep that puck a little bit longer.
Yep, I expected Polifka to go back a little more. In front, under 100 seconds to go in this one in regulation. Clark gets knocked off the puck. Blake Conan for East Ridge. Into the Wildcat zone. Back deep, Nichols. He gets checked out of the play by Knutson. Knutson gets the puck. Knutson keeps the puck.
Wildcats are sitting back too far, Mike Cook. They've got to come out and pressure the puck.
That one nearly got tipped home, and that'll be a whistle to Gabe Bly with the save. And I would think Todd Carlson's going to use the timeout here.
Yeah, we've got a number of Eagan fans that would seem to agree with you. A good timeout here for Coach Carlson and the Wildcats. Really like what I'm seeing. You know, the East Ridge Raptors are a good hockey team. The Wildcats are still kind of on the up and coming kind of column, if you call it that, but just way too many opportunities for the Raptors. Watch the Raptors just, they've got the puck, and the Wildcats are sitting back. And I think that's a tendency. Sometimes when you're nervous as an athlete, you'll sit back rather than attack. It happens in soccer, it happens in other things, other sports as well. And so Wildcats have just got to do a really good job of coming out at the puck and trying to create a turnover. And now with 1:11 to go, they find themselves curiously still out shooting the Raptors, yet find themselves behind on the big number that counts.
There's Todd Carlson, the Eagan coach. First, we got to say hi to Mata, watching us up by 94 tonight, I assume. Yeah, watching her boys squad. And Coach Vogel saying for the East Ridge Raptors. Dustin Vogel saying. I'm sure he's telling his guys, hey, just keep dumping it in.
Yeah, this is an opportunity for the Raptors to reset as well. I mean, there's certainly some momentum for the guys in Eagan, the guys in white, but Raptors, have played a good hockey game tonight, and their job is to see this out, right? I mean, it'd be, and to be honest with you, it's a non-conference affair. I think we'll have overtime if the Wildcats score, but I can't swear to that because sometimes with non-conference matchups on weird weeknights, sometimes they don't do that. But in any event, for the Raptors, this is key for them. I mean, this is key for them to stay concentrating, stay focused, and do what they need to do to see this out. Because there's, I have to imagine for the Raptors, conceding a goal here in the last minute and 11 seconds is going to be a real backbreaker for them. They're going to be really disappointed with themselves. So,
and we mentioned this is the first of 3 and 4 nights for East Ridge. They've got White Bear Lake tomorrow night. White Bear Lake's generally got a pretty good team.
Yeah.
You would think that should be a heck of a contest for these Raptors.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you got to turn around quick on that. Cats poke it out, can't control, however. 1 minute remaining in regulation. Nichols across. Gerard intercepted by East Ridge. Dump back in. Obviously, Gabe Bly, no opportunity to head to the bench yet. Just check behind the play. Too far for Roth. That'll be an ice on the Wildcats. Just an absolute misfire from behind the net.
Wildcats needed a little bit of creativity there and a little bit of skill and creativity, and they couldn't find either one. They just could not get out of their own end. Credit to the Raptors for pressing hard, pressing quickly, but Wildcats have got to do something to get some control of the puck out of the zone.
Still 5-on-5 hockey as Bly unable to get out of the net. Pinching in that time, Blake Conan. Cats finally get the puck back out to neutral, but again, they cannot control it. Dump back in all the way through. That was Blake Liddy, number 4. Puck out. Backhanded blindly. East Ridge keeping it in the zone. Gabe Bly with a stop. Cats are going to be fortunate to get a shot off here and there. It's not going to happen tonight. And that one fires just wide as Conan went for the Hattie. Gerard's got to shoot that puck from center ice, and we've got a little extracurricular. Gerard, and I didn't see who it was from the Raptors. And we've got a little more than boys will be boys right here. Not sure what was said. Let's see what happens at the end.
Gerard, it goes off. Gerard shot the puck out of frustration. He shot the puck after the whistle. He shot the puck after the whistle, so Gerard's going to get a penalty for that. And then the East Ridge player decided took exception to it, grabbed Gerard around by the neck, hauled him down. And again, East Ridge congratulating themselves on a hard-fought victory. Wildcats are going to take a loss in the loss column here, Mike Cook. But if I'm honest with you, I like some of the pluckiness I saw from the Wildcats tonight.
Let's see if this handshake line can go off without incident. Good sportsmanship prevails here, it appears. But so for the Eagan Wildcats, they're going to fall to 3-8 on this campaign. Now 0-4 here in the Eagan Civic Arena. They're back in action on Saturday. They're at Lakeville North, 1 o'clock down at Ames Arena. And don't forget, MLK Day, 1 o'clock matinee here in the Civic Arena. That's the makeup game with Lakeville South. Cats are going to get off the Schneider Conference play.
Cats also want to welcome all of the Eagan hockey guys, all the Eagan hockey kids with their jerseys. Come on down and be at the game since you don't have school that day. Be a good celebration of Martin Luther King Jr. and maybe an opportunity to watch a good hockey game.
By the way, East Ridge now 6-5 on the season. They remain 2-3 in conference play, but final shots on goal, the Eagan Wildcats had 30. They only had 3 that mattered. East Ridge, 28 shots, just 4. Or I should say 4 tickled the twine.
Well, unlucky Mike Cook, a little bit of puck luck there, right? Yep. When you're struggling the way the Wildcats have been this season, just getting a little extra puck luck, just getting an opportunity would be really huge. And unfortunately, it just didn't quite work for them. We saw some good stuff coming from these Wildcats, though. If they can build on this, if they can build on a performance like this, even if it's a loss, it still can be a positive thing for Coach Todd Carlson and the guys in white and blue.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap things up here from the Civic Arena. We thank you for joining us for a special Wednesday night edition of Eagan Wildcat Boys Hockey. He's Nathan Cron. I'm Mike Cook. On behalf of the entire ETV crew, we say thanks for being with us. See you next time for Eagan Wildcat Hockey on ETV.